Greetings! Welcome to the Tarot Card of the Now. In this video, I'm using the Mother Peace Tarot deck to pick one card for the now. Whenever you're pulled to this video, it's a little insight for the day, for the now, for the moment, whatever you want to call it. So let's get into the card and the message it wants to give us right now. So let's see. Oh, we have a totally side to side position of the Six of Discs. So okay, so this is an interesting card looking at it. What I would say in this position at this time, the Six of Discs is really showing a need for alignment, for balance, for really for you to get in touch with yourself, to even come to standing up for yourself. That just kind of, as I was going through, really came through of the idea of standing up for yourself, which is a part of self-care. And where I see this going is a need to have some self-care, to like I said, also get in tune with yourself. It's part of self-care is being in tune with your own body, because being in tune with your own body really helps you to know what you need to do for self-care. It's kind of the idea of you need to care for yourself, and you can't really do that properly if you don't know what needs the attention. So it could be tuning into ailments in your body. A lot of times, especially in our society, our go, go, go society, no times for breaks, you can't be sick, and these types of things, we tune out things we need to do to take care of ourselves. We guzzle down coffee in the morning because we're exhausted. But fatigue and all that are a lot of times indications of something that you need. One, it could be sleep. Two, it could be an ailment of some sort. There's a lot of things that cause fatigue, other than not getting your proper sleep. You could not be getting your proper sleep because of stress, or it could be because of pain. People can't sleep or can't sleep the whole night because they're in a lot of pain, and it wakes them up. And we, especially when you're talking about pain in this go-go society, you don't have time for that. You take a few Tylenol or aspirin or whatever, and you move on, right? You have to just power through it. You gotta walk it out and all this. And this can accumulate to the point where your body's like, no, you cannot push me anymore. So right now is a time of self-care. And like I said, another thing is standing up for yourself. And this could be in saying, hey, I have to take this time off. I know I can't keep doing this, as far as like a job, that boss that won't let you go. I've been there on jobs where it's like, I'm really sick, I have to go. And they're like, no, just sit down for 10 minutes, you'll be fine, and get back to work or whatever. It's like, okay. I've worked through a lot of sicknesses, taken so many pharmaceuticals so I can keep working because I can't take time off. And this is what this card is really getting to, is that you need that self-care. Part of it is standing up, because another part of self-care is your mental health. One, standing up for yourself, not letting people walk over you. And that's one example of being sick and your boss being like, no, you can't take this time off, we need you, blah, blah, blah. All that kind of stuff. And really, you'd have to put your foot down and be like, no, look, because like the instance I said before where I was at a job, they told me, oh, just to sit down for a little bit. We really need you, you know, we can't have you go home. And I was really sick. Like, I felt like I was about to faint. I was very dizzy and I about fainted. And they're like, well, just sit down for a little bit, drink some water. I spent the whole night, and I powered through that shift. I drank water constantly, and then I was out for like a week because I was so sick. I had pushed my body so much that it needed more time for rest. It is a lot of times better to take some time off to rest, to hydrate, to give the body the nutrients it needs. Um, to fight off sickness or get over whatever is ailing you, or you end up out even longer. Your body, you get to that point, like I said earlier, where it just gives out and it's like, no, no, you're not going anymore. You know, so and it could be where you're so sick you can't get out of bed. It could be fainting, at work or whatever you're doing. All these things. You have to have self care, eat some good food, pay attention to your body and the pains. Don't just ignore them, because pains are your body's way of telling you something is up. They're like, hey, something isn't right here, and it gives you pain so you can know that there's something wrong. Here it's your body being like, hey, there's something wrong here. And the more you ignore it, the more intense it gets, because your body is like, hey, there's something wrong. You weren't paying attention before when I sent a few little pain signals. Now I'm giving you such a strong rush of them because you didn't pay attention to the other one. So it's like somebody being like, hey, and you don't respond. So they're like, hey, and then you still don't respond. And then next thing you know, they're screaming because they're trying to get your attention. That's how pain is. That's how guardians are. Some people say guardian angels, some guardian spirits, some have guardian angels, spirit, animals, these types of things. These are all on the other side, and they come in different forms depending on what you believe in. Some people they're angels, some people they're animals, some people are just other types of spirits. They have different names, but they all same essential function, and they get louder. The signals get louder. So this is a time to pay attention to those types of signals, but it has a lot to do with your body and taking care of yourself, because that's what the disc is here all about, is that self-care in whatever form. Know that it might be a more mental level of self-care, like standing up and for yourself, but when you are mentally stressed, that causes stress on your body, so it causes body ailments. So it doesn't necessarily have to be physical, it could be on a mental level, but that mental self-care is a physical self-care as well. So keep that in mind. It's all about the self-care right now. So I hope this message is really helping you when you found it. If it has, give me a like so I know. Give me a comment of whatever you thought about this message and this card and this video. It's all appreciated. Thank you for joining me at this time, and blessed be.